有冇聲？哇 ！1, 2, 3咁樣。Okay. First of all, going back what you have learned. Okay. For example, the revisions. Relative atomic masses. Still remember what is relative atomic mass? In the coming exam, some questions are related to relative atomic mass. Remember how to calculate the relative atomic mass. Okay, relative isotopic mass and formal mass. What are they? Still remember? No. Relative atomic mass is, if you forget, we have two isotopes. Okay, for example, magnesium. For example, chlorine. For example, we have chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. Okay, and we have the relative abundance. 35 is 75%, and 37 is 25%. Still remember?
Yes.
Okay, we need to calculate the relative atomic mass. Okay, how to calculate? Yes, just the mass number multiply the percentage.
Mass number 係 neutron 加 proton.
Yes, very good. Mass number equals to the number of neutrons plus protons. Okay, multiply the percentage. Yes, adding all those values together. We have another isotope, 37. The mass number multiply the percentage. And after calculation, you know the value it is.
Relative to molecular mass 係咩
Okay, what is molecular mass?
即係啱啱做卷嗰個 MC 啊。
哦，嗰個後面會講㗎啦，唔使驚，會再重複一次。Okay? Why we need to calculate the relative atomic mass? Because the relative atomic mass represent the mass of every atom. Because there are two different kind of isotopes. Some isotopes are lighter, some isotopes are heavier. We cannot separate those two isotopes because they have similar chemical properties. So in the real case, if you have chlorine, there will be 75%, the mass is 35, and 25% the mass is 37. They both exist in a sample of chlorine. So we can just use the FH value of the mass to represent the mass of every atom. So we assume every atom of the chlorine, every atom of chlorine equals to 35.5, the mass is. Okay, then we are not going to separate the two chlorine because their mass are not the same. We use the relative atomic mass to represent the mass of each atom. Okay, so why we need to find out the relative atomic mass? And what is relative isotopic mass? That is mass number. Okay, it is simple for what you have learned in chapter 5. And what is formal mass? That is, if we have a formula like CO2. Okay? There is a formula of a compound. What is the formal mass? Formal mass equals to the sum of all the relative atomic mass of that formula. So it is equals to 12, which is related to carbon. Okay, sorry. 12, which is related to carbon, and plus 16 times 2, which is related to oxygen. Just add up them together. That is related to that formula. What is the mass? So what is what formula mass? That is the total mass of that formula. So it is equals to 44. It is the same in your multiple choice questions in the test. Already you have already finished. Okay? 咁其實下面有啲詳細啲嘅 explanation， 咁但係唔特別提翻啦。啱啱做咗個 briefing 啦，OK， 但係呢啲要自己望一望翻，如果你仲係唔熟嘅話。不過唔會問啲詳細嘅 definitions 嘅，OK。好啦，咁我哋主要咧對大家嚟講新鮮嘅咧就係一個叫12.3 starting from here。The keywords is mole and what is mole and why mole is so important. Actually, because we know that atom is very small, and for example, in 1 gram of a corresponding substance, actually there are so many atoms or molecules or ions in 1 gram of substance. Okay, so we cannot count by counting one by one of a specific substance。我哋咧其實我哋冇辦法，因為啲 atom 太細啊 ，ion 太細 ，molecule 太細，同埋咧可能喺1 gram 嘅 substance 裏面咧已經有太多粒啦，我哋冇辦法逐粒數嘅。即係 for example, you have a red bean, you go to the market to buy red bean. Can you count red bean one by one? Will you go to the market and say, I want to have 1 million of red bean? And the seller will tell you, you are silly. Okay? How can you buy red bean? You buy 1 kilogram. Okay? 你會用重量去稱嘅。So actually, in chemistry, how can you count number? We will not count it one by one. We will weigh it. Okay? We will try to find out the weight. So we should relate the weight of a substance with the number of substance. Okay, the mole concept is a concept that relates the weight of a substance with the number of that substance. And 1 mole is a universal unit. Mole is the number of substance. 1 mole just means 1 mole of, for example, chlorine and 1 mole of sodium. They have the same number of particles. If we are counting 1 mole. Okay, but how large is 1 mole? Okay, the following part will tell you how large is 1 mole. Okay, so remember, the mole concept is just counting number by weighting weight. We related the two things together. We know the weight, then we know the number of that particles. And how number of mole or how mole is formed? It is because we know that the relative atomic mass of carbon. Still remember? Carbon. The RAM, the relative atomic mass. Equals to 12. Right? Then the scientists, they discussed it for a long time. Then they say that what is 1 mole? 1 mole is the number of carbon when we have 12.0 gram of carbons. Look at the two data. What is the difference? The relative atomic mass of carbon is 12 or 12.0, and 1 mole, that is 12.0 gram. What is the difference?
1 mole 即係12 gram 嘅 C。
What is the difference? The number is the same. The difference is relative atomic mass 12.0. 1 mole 12.0 gram. 多咗乜嘢？多咗 gram， 其實就係多咗 gram 啫。一個用重量，一個上面嗰個都係重量12.0，不過有冇單位 ？No unit. Can you weight it? No, of course not, because we don't know exactly the unit. But after we put the unit, can we weigh it? Yes. And the scientists decide, because we need to weigh it, 我哋需要稱佢啊嘛，所以就好簡單啦，唔做任何加減乘除更動啦。我哋話一粒係12.0，但係呢個12.0其實 actually what is 12.0 because it do not have unit, we cannot weigh it. But if we put a unit to it, then we can weigh it. Okay. So the scientists decide 12.0 gram of carbon. That is 1 mole of carbon. Okay. But how many carbon in it? The scientists then use some method to find out the exactly number of carbon in it. Okay. But the fundamental of mole concept is we know that one atom, the mass is 12.0. Just put a gram, the unit, so that it can be weighed. Then it is designed to be 1 mole. And it is how the mole concept is come from. OK？ 嗱，再提一次啦，用中文講一次啦。12.0就係 relative atomic mass，冇單位，稱唔稱到？稱唔到，因為其實佢係好細，細到根本上而家我哋任何磅都稱唔到噶。但係其實最簡單就係稱得到啊嘛。12.0稱唔到，12.0 gram 稱唔稱到？所以當初啲科學家就好簡單啦，不如咁啦，就將12.0 gram 就當係我哋科學 chemistry 嘅一個通用嘅粒子數目嘅單位。點解要用12.0 gram 啊？易記啦，12.0係 relative atomic mass， 淨係加個 gram 做單位就變成咗係稱得到啦。咁如果係 oxygen 嘅話 ，oxygen 咧佢個 relative atomic mass 係16嘅，就咁啱都係差唔多啦，16.0 gram 咧就1 mole 咁解。咁你以後嘅換算好簡單，係咪啊？一粒 hydrogen 咧係1.0嘅，咁1 mole hydrogen 幾 gram 啊？ Very good. Okay, after the conversions, okay, we know 1 atom of carbon is 12.0, but we need to weigh it. Just put a unit after it. That is 1 mole of carbon. Similarly, 1 atom of oxygen, the weight is 16.0. How can we weight 1 mole of oxygen atom? Just put a gram after it. It is 16.0 gram. If we weight 16.0 gram of oxygen, that means we already collect 1 mole of oxygen. Similarly, the relative atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.0. How can we find out 1 mole of hydrogen? Just weight 1.0 gram of hydrogen. Understand? So why the scientists decide to just put a unit after the relative atomic mass, that is the weight of 1 mole of that substance. Okay? And it is called the molar mass. Mole is a noun. Molar, change mole into adjective. So molar mass means mass of 1 mole. So it is easy to find out molar mass of an atom. The relative atomic mass of carbon is 12.0. What is its molar mass? 12.0 gram. The relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. What is the molar mass of chlorine? 35.5 gram. Okay? The relative atomic mass of potassium is 39.0. What is the molar mass of potassium? 39.0 gram. Okay? Actually, in Form 6 syllabus, if you don't write down the 1 decimal place, it's okay. But after the scientists decide 1 mole, the molar mass of every atom equals to the relative atomic mass putting gram after it. Then, but the scientists want to know how many atoms in 1 mole of that substance. They use different methods, okay, to verify, to prove, and finally find out that for 1 mole of atom, there are how many? There are a total of 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. 1 mole 其實裏面有咁多粒咁解。咁你會發覺唔齊整㗎，咁梗係唔齊整啦。咁頭先佢亂咁將個 molar mass 即係個 relative atomic mass 加個 gram 做單位， 為咗方便啊，為咗易記，為咗易轉換啊。Because why the molar mass are assigned to equals to the vector mass with a unit of gram. It is easy to convert, but will not be a weight to calculate the number of particles in a very easy count values. Okay, so after the scientists doing many calculations, they find out 1 mole equals to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 particles. And the method are decided by a scientist called Avogadros. 由阿富加做佢嘅方法去教咗我哋點樣 count one mole 裏面有幾多粒嘅，所以我哋叫呢個做阿富加 Joule constant。To memorize，我唔好知啦，因為都幾煩嘅，算啦。有興趣自己上網 search 翻。So what we call it is Avogadro's constant. But I repeat, no need to remember exactly the number because every time if you are required to use it, you will be provided. Okay, it is a constant will be provided if you want to, if you need to use it. But don't be afraid. Nowadays, seldom being asked to use the Avogadro constant to calculate a non-quack. But sometime, maybe every year, maximum one multiple choice questions, you may require the Avogadro constant to calculate maximum, so maybe 0. Okay. So 1 mole of a substance, how many atoms in that substance? 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 atoms. So 2 mole, 2 times the Avogadro constant. 3 mole, 3 times the Avogadro constant. So you know the relations. Okay? So going back to why we use 12.0 gram of carbon 12 as the relative mass of 1 mole of substance。頭先其實都講解過啦，其實方便易記啦，咁所以算數啦。咁呢度你都講解過嘅，你中意睇就睇啦，唔中意睇唔算啦。Actually, the scientists decide they have discussed for a long time. At first, they want to use hydrogen. 1 gram of hydrogen equals to 1 mole。你可能會話其實冇分別喎，差唔多。But actually, for the real case, for the real scientist discussions, it is a very small differences between using 1 gram of hydrogen as 1 mole and 12.0 gram of carbon 12 as 1 mole. Because nowadays our calculations only up to 1 decimal place, but the real case for the scientists, their calculations are further to maybe 4 to 5 decimal place, and they make a very little differences。其實有少少分別㗎，不過呢個所以你詳細唔睇就算啦。即係其實呢度咧，如果你唔睇就係 OK 嘅。不過如果你想知道咧呢個故事嘅話咧，其實係有多少少資料俾大家睇嘅。咁總之就係 actually the scientists decide to use 12.0 gram of carbon 12 as 1 mole of carbon as the unit of 1 mole。咁知呢個關係得啦。咁亦都要知道 1 mole 即係 1 mole equals to 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23。OK。佢會俾你嘅，係要估。佢會俾你嘅。OK。咁雖然好無聊啊，但係都要講多幾個啦嚇。For example, the conversion is so simple because the relative atomic mass of oxygen is 16.0. So 16.0 gram of oxygen atoms consists of or contains 1 mole of oxygen. Similarly, and the relative atomic mass is 14. then 14.0 gram of nitrogen. There are 1 mole of nitrogen atom. 咁後面跟住呢一 part 咧 ，using the definition of mole to calculate the number of particles, seldom being asked in non-qual, may be a maximum of 1 MC question in multiple choice questions. Okay, so although the number is quite complicated, always 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. But don't be afraid, not so many questions asked. But try to look at it once, okay? So remember, 1 mole of hydrogen atom contains 6.02 hydrogen atom. 1 mole of oxygen atom contains 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23 oxygen atoms. Then, if the mole number is multiplied by other factors, then the number should also multiply by other factors. It's easy, okay? Similarly, but not similarly, but remember, usually such kind of questions, the complicated or difficult part is they may use different unit of particles. Okay? It is the same because atom. So they're talking about the same particles. But sometimes the multiple choice question will ask you, and the key point is they use different number of particles. Okay? For example, how many atoms are present in 1 mole of oxygen? What is the problem in the questions? We are asking about atom, but we are talking about 1 mole of what kind of particles? We are talking about oxygens. Usually oxygen are related to oxygen atom or oxygen molecule. So remember this question, the tricky point is you are given particle related to molecule. I've told you that if you are talking about a substance, an element, okay, they should be those particles which are formed or which can exist in natural environment. So we are talking about oxygen. They must be oxygen molecule because in the air, the oxygen are present in form of molecules. But what is the relation between molecule and atoms? We have 1 molecule, then we have how many atoms of oxygen? When we have 1 molecule of oxygen, we have how many atoms of atoms? 2. So when you convert the number of molecules back into all atoms, you should times 2. So actually, if you answer these questions, you should times 2. Okay, so be careful. In multiple choice questions, taking care of how many particles you need to calculate and given number of particles. What is the relations? You are given number of particles of the molecules, but you are asked to calculate the number of particles of atoms. Then try to figure out the relations. You may require to multiply 2 or multiply the other factors. Okay? So the following 2 examples. If you are given 2 mole of sodium ions and you are asked to find out how many ions in that, they are talking about the same thing. So just multiply 2 with Avogadro constant. But if you are given, similarly, if you are given the molecule of carbon dioxide and you are asked to find out the molecule of carbon dioxide, just multiply 3 in front of it. They are talking about the same particles. Then the conversion is easy. Okay? But for other cases, like for example, like this one, if you are given 1 mole of calcium fluoride, but you are asked to find out total number of ions. So remember, 1 CaF2 contains 3 ions. So you should multiply 3. Okay, the relations. 1 mole of CaF2 and the number of mole of ions. So you should convert the particle first. 其實主要都係呢啲小嘅 tricky 嘅地方啫。Okay? So if you know the relation of number of particle and number of mole, then we can change the relations or change the calculation method. Sometimes you are asked to find out number of mole of a particle by giving number of particles. So like these relations. If you are given number of particles of a specific substance, just divide the number of particles by Avogadro constant, then you can find out the number of mole of that particles. OK， 好啦，做下啲計數啦，睇下大家明唔明白頭先我講乜嘢。Exercise 1. Now do it.其實大部分唔使用計數機。After you do it, you can look at the whiteboard.最好自己寫翻低啦。唔使計埋最後尾個數出嚟。唔使啦，其實你知道點計得㗎。唔好望住個答案先啊，自己寫下先啊。嗱，寫答案其實唔使真係乘開嚟㗎啦，因為我反而咁樣寫，你清楚自己咧究竟明唔明白究竟兩者關係。真係到時考試要你乘開，你自己先撳計數機啦。咁但係咧，其實主要就係要搞清楚前面佢問你嘅 atom 嗰啲 particle。如果佢問 atom 嘅，但係佢提供俾你嘅 molecule 嘅話，你要知道兩者嘅關係啦。You should find out the relation of the particle they ask and the number of particles they given, the relations. You are asked to find out the number of atoms, but you are provided with the number of molecules. Remember, one molecule may contain 2 or 3 atoms, so we'll multiply 2 to 3, related to the relations of the molecule and the particles. Okay?
可唔可以用喺襟棚度啊？
可以。
嗰個咁長嗰個係咩嚟嘅？
咩嗰個咁長？唔緊要，你望個 formula 裏面有幾多 carbon 啊？一個 molecule 裏面有3個 carbon，所以你唔見到我前面再乘乜嘢？乘3咯。咁裏面有幾個 hydrogen 啊？即係幾多？所以再要喺前面乘乜嘢？乘6先，6先，再乘2，因為2個 mol 嘛，再乘2，再乘2 6.02乘以10嘅。唔係嗱，個2係呢一個嚟嘅，因為佢話2 mol 嘛。即係要6就係因為總共有6個 carbon， 6個 hydrogen 嘛。最難主有5、6、7啫嚇，上面嗰啲唔係太難啦。
即係有呢個 compound
咩啊？
咁長嘅喎。即
係 CH3、CH2、COOH 嘅有啦。
知唔知？
呢隻嘢叫做 propanoic acid。
酸嚟。
呢隻叫丙酸，對你嚟講唔陌生嘅。呢隻叫 propanoic acid 或者叫丙酸，你唔陌生嘅。點解唔陌生咧？啱啱上完體育堂啊嘛。睇完所以體育堂之後咧，你身體就會製造好多呢隻嘢嘅。你啲汗裡面咧其實有 propanoic acid 嘅，亦都係因為呢隻 propanoic acid 咧，你哋個汗係臭嘅。咁呢隻嘢亦都係咧，狗點解能夠聞到你嘅體味嘅？因為每個人放呢啲 propanoic acid 嘅比例唔一樣。啲狗咧就係可以分辨得到咧呢啲 propanoic acid 夾啱。Okay, understand how to convert the two particles? The most difficult questions will be 5, 6, and 7, but just follow the same concept. If you don't understand, raise your hand. Understand why the answer of 5 is like this? 唔使乘開佢啦，純粹 show 出嚟咧，你哋識點樣計嘅啫。就算考試 multiple choice 出嚟嘅答案都係咁樣 show 嘅，好多時都係，因為佢都想你一望已經知道其實係點樣去乘翻開個數值嘅啫。So just find out the molecule, how many atoms in that molecule. So multiply the number. Okay, why multiply 2? Because there are 2 mole of the substance. So 2 times 6.02 times 10 to the power of 23. Originally, it is the number of particles. But because each molecule contains 3 carbons, so multiply 3. Similarly, each molecule contains 6 hydrogen. Multiply by 6. Okay? And for question number 6, okay, how many moles of hydrogen gas? But because you provide with the number of atoms only, every 2 atoms form 1 molecule. So you should divide by 2 first. And also divide by Avogadro constant. You can find out the number of mole. And for question 7, why mole of oxygen molecules contains so many oxygen atoms? How to find out the atoms? So you should use the Avogadro constant times 2 because you are provided with the number of molecules, and there are y mole. So just write down the relation or the equations like this, and then use solving equation technique. You can find out the y. But don't be afraid. It is a little bit not difficult, but just complicated. Okay, but maximum one questions, one multiple choice questions in multiple choice in exam. Okay, next part. Count by weighting. H
particle
咩？你想問邊條？
particle 上面嗰度，嗰條色啊。
哦，呢個咪就係講緊第6條點計咧？You are provided with number of particles. If you are asked to find out the number of mole, just divide the number of particles by Avogadro constant. Okay. 咦咁快嘅？我哋真係冇可能4堂講晒呢課。
考試要考呢個。
考試呢課有長題目84分，裏面有10分。
點解咁多嘅？
唔覺意就出咗10分啦。
好多課喎。
Okay, I will tell you each chapters how many marks. 但係翻嚟都仲有個半禮拜，好似有成5堂。咁但係我哋仲有第13課要教。不過13課好易嘅啫，啲嘢全部 factual 嘅嘢，冇乜嘢好 understand 㗎，淨係記嘅啫。